Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I think we're on part 5 of our series of the accordion cover, I guess they're coin envelope accordion cover sewing theme journal. And we were working on our signatures the last time and adding a few more elements to them, and I came in and I added a little bit more, and we'll finish off once we sew them in. So today what we're going to do is we're going to sew the signatures in that we've put together, and I just want to quickly go through my pages to make sure everything is where I want them to be. Let me put this down a little bit. And then we'll clip them, and I'll show you how I make my little template, and we will sew them. Okay, so here's the middle. I did add this little element here. I showed you the fabric ruffle, ribbons or ruffles, I guess. So I did add one up there. Okay, so I'm gonna find the middle of this, and I'm gonna show you a little trick, because you know, those of you that have sewn in these, sometimes, you know, it's like, here, let me get this one over here. You're kind of fishing to find your holes because they don't always line up. So one of the most important things to do is make sure each one of your pages is nice and the fold is nice and crisp. Do it with a bone folder if you have one, and make sure so they all sit in together. You don't have an extra bulk. Then I usually take a ruler and I just kind of whack it down, and that seems to help a little bit. I mean, these are just tricks along the way that I found. And now I'm going to hang on to that, and I use clips. Everybody does something a little bit different. I use these clips, and I do one, and then I flip it, and then I'll clip the other side. Make sure you have all your papers in there. I've got flips in here and all kinds of stuff. So these are pretty chunky signatures. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, and then we're going to poke our holes, make this little template. I'll show you how I did that. And let me just go through this quickly. Make sure everything is the right way. I have sewn in papers upside down. I've had to take signatures apart. And that's no fun. I'm going to slide these 2 pages down a little bit. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna just, okay, find the middle. There's the middle. And just take my ruler. I've never seen anybody else do this before, but it's kind of something I just, hopefully, after we poke the holes, my thread will go through nice and easy. Oh, this is a very tight clip here. Let's see, we got this one. I'm missing some of my clips. They kind of, I don't know, they fall into the bottomless pit of my desk. Look at this one's all rusted. Okay, this, might have a little problem with that one. That looks kind of good. Okay. Now, we did our spine. I did it at 1.5 inch. So I have a 1.5 inch piece of scrap paper here. And we only have 2 signatures. And I always start by drawing an arrow up. There's an arrow up, see, so I know that will be the top. And so I have the length of my book. It's 7, it's a little short, but it's 7 1/4. And then I take my centering ruler, since it's only 2, but you can, you know, if you're adding more, if you want them evenly spaced, you can do the addition of that. So let me put this to the side. And here is the middle. So I want this, these even amounts. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5/8, and then there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 in the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So you see how even that is? Then I just came down 1 inch, and so I'm going to put a hole there and there. I fold it up in the middle. That's how I find my middle. You can find it any way you want. And so I've got my 2 holes there. Now you're not going to really see the signatures because we're going to cover this with some lace. But okay, so I'm going to go ahead, since this is an accordion and I don't want to poke a hole through anything but the middle. I'm going to just bring that out. And you can clip this here, or you can just eyeball it like I'm doing. And let me grab my pokey tool. Got 2 of these. Look at this one. You can see how old it is. And I'm just going to, this is a little wonky here, but that's okay because you're not going to see it. So I'm going to just start poking my holes right on those pencil marks. And you see them going up. And let me go back through to make sure they're really through. I've got a phone book under here. Make sure I'm going, yes. Okay, now we're gonna have 2. So I flip it over to make sure my holes went through, and they did. Okay, so let me put this aside for a second over here. And now I take my template. Everybody does this different. You could draw a line here. So you know that's this is our first signature. No, this is our first signature. This is our first signature. This is our second signature. But let me show you what I do. I just fold on that line, and then it sits right down in the center. Okay, so I'm going to pop this right down in the center. Make sure that paper is evenly, you know, be from the top to the bottom, and it is. And so that's right down in there. Okay, and you can use a book cradle for this or whatever. I've just done this so many times. I'm just going just like this. I'm going to poke a hole, and I'm actually not even going all the way through. I'm just kind of marking my page. You can also mark it with a pen. And then I kind of cradle it in my hand. Watch your hand. And try to go straight through. Probably only so in one of these, because I want to get to our tags. So this is the first one, and then of course what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold along the second line. And it's easy to do because you're just going to line your holes up right along that fold. See that? Well, no, it's a little off. That way. And pop it in there. Right in the middle. Okay, see how I got that right down in there? And and a book cradle makes it probably even easier. So, or it's just sitting in that. I've seen people have made their own. You can use the center of a book. I just find this just as easy. All right, now see how I came in on a little bit of an angle? That's gonna screw me up when I go to sew that in. You wanna try to go through, the lawnmower's going out there, so I hope the dogs don't bark. Boy, something's hard in there. Sorry guys, I gotta go back here. I think this one's a thick one. Okay, I also have these. These are even bigger. I just don't find them as sharp. And I like this. I've been using these. This is a Tim Holtz. I have another one as well. Excuse me, guys. Okay, now we're gonna sew. So I think the easiest way to do this is I'm gonna have to clip my top and my bottom together. I might have to get let's see if I have a great big clip over here. Yeah, I think I need I might need this super big clip. Let me see if I can get this on. No, this will work. So I'm just gonna clip this side since I only have one. Let me see, do I have another one? This one's, yeah, I think I can get this on. This is a little smaller, but okay, now I'm ready. This is up. This is up. Now I'm using some already waxed linen thread, or you can wax your own. You can use crochet thread. I'm gonna do a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch in through the middle. Usually what I do to make sure my thread doesn't come all the way, I'll just tuck it right under one of these, or you can tie a paper clip to the bottom or whatever. That way you don't pull it all the way through. Okay, now I'm going up through the top hole, or you can go down through the bottom, it doesn't matter. And then through this. Oops. This is what I mean. Sometimes, there we go. Just have to work it sometimes. Okay, and then you're gonna go back in through the middle. And those of you that have done this a lot, you know, you can just fast forward through this part. Now, what I'm doing is I'm holding this out of the way so I don't go through. I don't want to split the thread, because then you have to pull it out and you have to back up, because your book won't get tight. So usually what I do is I will bring it through the paper first, and then try to keep the thread out of the way. And this is not the best quality, so it splits really easy. It separates. There we go. Okay, and let me just check that. I want to make sure that's, yeah, that's pretty tight. And then we're going to go here through the bottom. No, Bree, no. Sorry, guys. Okay. feeling it. There it is, right? I think that's it. Ooh, it's kind of not it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Flip it back around. I have to flip my book. I just keep flipping it. And then I'm going to pull these threads, and this is really strong, so it won't break. And I check the back. This is a little loose here. So let me pull up a little bit on this one and this one. It's pretty good. And then I'm going to, why is this feeling a little, okay, let me look in here, make sure it's not hung up. Yep, that's good. Okay. And go under here. Okay, now I'm just going to take my needle off and tie a knot. Now, if you want to put beads or something, make your strings longer. And I usually do 2 knots or 3, depending on the size of the thread. And you can put a bow here, you can add something on the sides, whatever you want. I think I'll just, or just trim it right off. So I'll just do a bow. Now, what I want to do next, I'm not going to go ahead and go through sewing that second signature in, because I want to show you, everybody does this different. I add my tags in the pockets now. I have not finished embellishing the cover. Okay, so I'm not concerned about that. We will do that last. I like to add my tags before I add the decorations, or the embellishments rather, on the tags. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put in all of these pockets. That way, what that does for me is that I like to coordinate the tag with the paper that it's going in. And so this is a long process. Some people will make all their tags, add all their embellishments on their tags first and everything, and then try to figure out where they're going to fit. I do it backwards. So I kind of have the bare tags, and then I can see where I might want to add trim. Sometimes you'll see in my books I add trim down one side if it's going to be tucked in, or I'll add it on other sides. So I made some tags out of the leftover scraps. Okay, so I just rounded the corners of some, and some of them I just angled it in like a regular tag. This one I haven't put a eyelet in it yet. So, and then, so I have various sizes of that, and then you saw my stack of ephemera last time. Now this one I just did some notched corners, and then I did some with rounded corners. So I have that stack to choose from over here. We made some of these fun little pieces together. We did this real quick. We did the sewing. These got sewing needles in it with the cellophane, you know, the handmade cellophane tape that looks like this. So that's in there. And then I made this cute little pocket out of this vintage or bias tape wrapper. Okay, so I have that, and then I have the thimble people, you know, little flippy with held on with the brad here. And then I have a stack, well, let me put these aside. I have my envelope that I made out of vintage sewing paper. Put that aside. And then I have a stack of this ephemera, and I showed you that before. This is most of this. Some is from the Graphics Fairy. Some is from most of it's from Tailor Made Journals. So It all comes on one big sheet. You cut it down, you back it, and you ink it. So I have a stack of items to do here. I also pulled out a couple of these to make little booklets out of. This was some more offcuts, so I can make a booklet that goes this way. I can make a booklet that goes this way, and I have some cut-offs of the papers I used in the in my signatures. Okay, so with that, and then I do have these little tags, okay, and some other things. So the first pocket I want to work on, I like this one here, and we put this together and I couldn't get the staple to go through when we did this last time. So what I did is I came in and I just did a punch and put an eyelet and added some of that scrappy muslin trim right there. So then we've got this little booklet here. Okay, so I want to add a bunch of pieces here, and I know I want it to be various sizes. So I'm going to pick out some small ones, and this one's too big. So let me find a narrow. Okay, so this is kind of thick, but we'll make it work. I'm just going to pop it down in here. Okay. Ow, almost got a paper cut. Okay, that's gonna go in behind. Then I have these fun little, I have this thing that says fabric and this thing that says handmade. I'm gonna take a little mini Tim Holtz clip, and then these can be pulled out and moved through the book. These are cut out from the Stamperia paper pad. So let me just put that clip on there. I have, let me look here. I guess, okay. I like this, so I think I'm gonna pop this in here. This is kind of big, that's too big. Here, this one's, we'll do this one. That one there. This little thread, no, we'll do this here. I want to add one of those little tags in here. Where did I put those? Here they are. Okay. Sewing is life. I think I'll pop this down here, and I'm gonna pop this here, but I want to do a little trim on it. Let's see. I have a little piece of, I like the muslin trim. Oh, this is pretty. Got this antique lace here. Let me cut a little piece of that. It's like, excuse me, vintage lace. And I'm gonna make a little knot with it, as opposed to, you know, so you can slip it in this way and draw it through, but I kind of like it where you tie it on like this. I think it looks cute. Just like that. Okay, so there's our first pockets. Now I gotta have something small for over here. I think this is gonna be too big. Nope, that fits. Or I think or do I want something long? It's a very small pocket. Okay, so that's, I think I'll just leave that one there for now. Now, I also have cut down the papers and made little envelopes. And you see, I always ink where the fold is, so it makes it look really aged. And then I fold it like this where it looks like a, here's another one. where it looks like an envelope, and I'm going to put a wax seal on here, and I'm going to show you how you can do that, where you can keep your wax seal on it just for looks. There's a rose. These are Velcro dots. And first thing I'm going to do is use the Velcro dot on the inside of the paper. Gosh, I got a lot going on this desk, don't I? I don't want to... Let me move that back there. So I'm going to flip this paper up. I'm just going to put that right there in the middle. Okay, let that, and then this will be a Velcro. So let that sit for a minute. Then I'm just going to take my wax seal, and I'm only going to glue the top part of it. So it's like a faux wax seal. I make them all ahead of time. And so you can see I only have glue on one side. There we go. And another real sweet thing is to put some threads in behind it. And okay, so then I'm going to do a bunch of these, and these can go in some of the coin envelope pockets and whatnot. So I just wanted to show you that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's move on. No, I sewed that up. Okay, so we need something in here, and I don't think we need anything. It can be very simple. This I already sewed around it, so that's too big. Here we go. The sewing machines. Those are cool. Let's put those there. Now, do I want a little trim on the end? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by when I stuff the pockets. So I'll put the items in, and then I'll come back and think, okay, you know what? I think I want either a tab on this over here, or maybe just a little bit of this, so we have a little something going on here. See what I mean? So that's where I would take this, because I just have a pile of scraps over here. As a matter of fact, I like this size better. Or a little rickrack, a little lace. Okay, let's do this. I'm not sure what I'm going to put inside the envelope yet. Probably one of those folded papers. One of these. Yeah. Put that right there. Could put a little. Okay, and then this. Okay. Then we have this pocket over here, and this looks like a good place for one of my tags that I made with the cutoffs. So this would be fun to add a little trim or something here. I have that little pink rickrack. I have a little bit of that left. I have a little bit of this. Just looking to see what I have on my desk. Okay, just thinking. You know what I want to do? I have an idea. I have the cutest little charms over here. I also have a button I could put there. A little button. Maybe I'll just do the button. I've got some really cute little, all kinds of little sewing charms. I think I'll just add the button here. I think I'll just add a little bit of this. Kind of pop it underneath the button. Kind of like just a little bit of a ruffle, and we will hold that down. You see how I've got these, I'll do it right here. See how I have these buttons? I'm not even sewing them all the way through, so I can make them ahead of time. You can sew them all the way through. I mean, you can, I just have them ahead of time. That way I can use them. Okay, so now this, that has to set for a second. This will pop right in here. Just like that, okay? That needs to sit for a minute. Got strings coming off my glue. Let me pull this out and let it dry over here. But that's what's gonna go there, okay? Okay, moving on. So I'll pop that in after. I usually fill up the bags with whatever I have left. So, all right, we need something here. I'm thinking this would be, let's put that there, okay. Because see the colors. Just a little something up here. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll wait to see what I have left over. I'll probably use one of these little journaling cards in here. Let me see, that one's too big. See what I have. This. Pop that right in there. It's for extra writing room. I want these to show. These, I love these antique looking pieces. That can go right in there. All right, we need something in here. I feel like we need a little trim here. And put that in there. I'm half thinking I have another one of those little round button. Here it is. Let me add a little, I'm looking for it. Here, a little cheesecloth under it. I also have some fun antique crochet stuff over here, but I think I'll just use this. I don't want to bulk this out too much. This is going to get too bulky. By the time I add the stuff in the pockets for the, in the coin pockets, I might not have stuff in all of them, but I'll put a fair amount in them. So we got a little something there. Thinking I might add I'll just add that for now. Now, if they start to slip, that's a pretty good sized pocket until, you know, more items are in it. Whoever is going to be the, you can use a mini clip. Let me add a couple of these out. A couple of Tim Holtz clips, or mini paper clips. These I find hard to use. I think I have to, if any of you have used these, I like the look of them, but I just can't seem to get them apart. So you can take one of these are real cute. They're tiny little bowl clips. Is that what you call them? I think they're Tim Holtz. Just add that on there. I might come back and do a little stamping here. Okay, so we have a pocket here. Let's see what we got over here. First sewing machine. Let me add one more item in there. This is fun. It goes with the old dress form and the, I'll put that, pop that in there. Yeah, those are secure. This is upside down, but this doesn't bother me. Added a little stamp there. This is a flip. Okay, so the first signature is finished. Here's the back cover. Let me figure out what I want to put in there. I'll probably put one of these big tags. And let me find one of these fun charms. This is a button. I've got an iron. I've got a hanger. Let me use the hanger. It's flat, the button's flat. Let me see. I have this pretty rose-colored. That goes. Sorry. Let me check my time, guys. 38 minutes. I was trying to keep things around 35-ish. Last one went to 40 something. So okay. Then let's find, I got a little ball pin, and we'll just hang our little pair of scissors. Or not scissors, or a little hanger right off of the trim. These are the dullest, there we go. The dullest bulb pins. They're not sharp at all. Okay. And put that there. Some of these tall tags like this too, I'll probably put in the coin envelopes. Okay, guys. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and sew. What's in there? Oh, piece of. I'm gonna go ahead and sew in that second signature, and we'll be back to add. I gotta clean this up. Items to our next signature. Some of these, and the last thing we'll do is we are going to decorate this cover. and put something over our spine. And we might be done next time. We'll see. Okay, guys, I hope you're enjoying this series. Please give me a thumbs up and maybe a quick comment. Okay, have a blessed day. Bye.